And welcome back to Pokemon Colosseum. We're gonna go visit the fortune teller real quick.
You know, can't we ditch this cunt and just start going, hey, we're just gonna throw Pokeballs at every single Pokemon we see?
Oh, I wish. That'd be useful.
Fatine.
So Fatine just tells us you have to go enter the Pokemon, the Colosseum fight. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So after spending too many years trying to do that, there's gonna be a jump real quick here. Alright. Oh, wait. Oh, I do it super smooth, that's right. It's gonna be at the bridge. But, yeah, this takes me too long to figure out how to actually get it to where it'll let me go through that, because there's a little story segment you have to go through, so
Super smooth.
super smooth. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't exactly as seamless as Rising.
Because there was no super seamless section that I could do it.
Well, there was no fixed cinematic.
Yeah, so this is the windmill. This actually powers the Colosseum, and this guy, no, that's his spell. This guy spins the gears. He has been doing it for 30 years, and he'll continue doing it until something happens.
Until, Freezy Pop beats Goku.
Spin the gears for 30 years.
Is that how long it spins before Revival F was made?
I guess. So if we go here, we can meet another story character,
Oh. Goddamn. Look at Popeye over here.
Duck King. He's Duck King, guys.
Dookie?
So there's a super secret hideout right here. And
Oh.
seamless, once again.
Oh dear. Bookshelves. This is Resident Evil.
So yeah. Murica's back here.
I thought they said Murica.
No. So we got Murica. We got some other little girls slaving away behind Duck King's little building. And the bitch gets in my way, so
He's trying to build his own lonely dungeon.
he is with his own daughter.
Well, when it comes to Japan, anyone's a target.
So this is another fuck.
Oh.
He's mad at Duck King for not for putting up with
Being a slave to their will.
being a slave to the evil guys' will.
Does Afro Samurai count?
Afro Samurai is the evil guy.
Oh.
So now we can continue the story along.
Let's see that itty bitty cutscene just to move on.
Yes, because this happens.
He's drunk. Alright, it's the hangover.
Don't worry, guys. We got the Phoenix Downs.
Kick him! Kick him!
Yeah. Oh, he's down too.
Oh, must have been a party in here.
Someone stopped the gear from going. Sure, Cheryl's.
Oh.
Come in to, be the police officer he is.
Cops aren't very good at their job, are they?
No. So now we have to do probably the hardest thing in the game. Find the gear.
Oh god, I remember doing this shit.
So this could take you literally forever.
It's the quickest thing ever if you actually remember where it is, but it's the longest thing ever if this is the first time you're doing it.
So yeah. You have to
Or you
leave
just
town for this. You have to go to the construction lot.
No, yeah, you actually do remember where it is, right?
Oh yeah, it's right. I mean, it's flashing, so that right there. But
You wouldn't think that, what do you call it, like, actually going back to a place you've been before like that, well, especially a place like that, because I think the construction place is like completely useless for the longest time.
Oh yeah, the construction lot actually gets used later on down the road, but it is, for all intents and purposes, worthless.
Well, plus when you first go there, I don't think that gear is glistening.
No. I don't think the gear's technically there the first time because the gear is supposed to be inside the windmill.
Well, see, that's the thing. If you don't originally see the gear, how would you think to come back there to go find it and have it suddenly be there?
Hmm. So you just kind of... You just, lose. Oh. But yeah.
I mean, you could still head there if you think, like, because it's a construction zone, they might have some parts lying around, but you wouldn't think that there'd be a gear there.
No. I forget how long it took me to figure it out when I first played the game. Like, ever.
It took
10 years.
It took me a long time for that very reason, because I don't think the gear was there originally.
So for another 30 long years, he's going to be cranking these gears. That's nice.
It's the Sonic Adventure thing where certain items don't appear until you actually do certain story segments.
Alright, we're out of here. Oh, I guess not.
Oh,
What do you want, the King? I'm just going to keep calling him that.
you have to talk to him to initiate, like, actually going into the Colosseum?
No, he stops you.
Oh.
But, well, you do have to talk to him, and you have to go behind the wall, and then come back out.
Is this where you fight, Afro Man?
No, not yet.
Oh no, I think you fight that guy, don't you?
You fight a muscle-bound man.
Yeah, like, I'm sure I remember, it's been so long since I played this game.
We're gonna go through the Colosseum now, and this is literally gonna be the rest of the video, because I'm showing off all the Pokemon fights.
Oh boy. I think it's kind of boring though that like there's only like very few actual like arena places that you have to go to.
There's like 5? 1, 2, there's Deep Colosseum, that's 3. 4 or 5. Plus Mount Battle, I don't know.
That's like your Victory Road, right?
Mount Battle, no. Well,
Oh, no, I remember what Mount Battle was. Never mind. I'm being dumb. Oh boy, Sandshrew.
I wish I could catch up.
Well, you're trying to go for well, at least you can catch up faster so you can get your fucking ass the music. Although it's not female though.
That's okay. Well, I'll probably name it something else.
Oh boy, Quagsire. Do you even really ever use a Quagsire?
No. What are you even using Gen 2 for my water type? Dude, why are you even
Well, I thought he poisoned. Oh, he did poison you. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was really dick move.
You know, this reminds me of my Fire Red playthrough. Like, I don't know if it's just Gen 3 loves poison or something, but every every other battle I've been in, if it's a poison type and they use Poison Needle on me, my Charizard ends up getting poisoned every other time. Like, what the fuck? It seems like my Charizard just seemed like a glutton for poison. Ow.
I don't know, these trainers aren't necessarily hard, so...
Well, yeah, considering you're mowing them down aside from poison.
I'm gonna swap them.
Well, Sandshrew wouldn't be against Quagsire anyway.
No, well, unfortunately, my Quagsire doesn't have any water moves at the moment.
I forget. Was it only Gen 1 where any kind of ground attack would be completely useless against a flying type?
It's still completely useless.
Oh, okay. Couldn't remember for some reason. You know, I'm just gonna say this now because Sandshrew is based on Armadillo, but what do you call it? I don't know where they got the concept that Sandshrew would be able to use poison attacks.
Because his evolved form has needles.
I guess, but he's more based on a. Well, he's like a armadillo that like turns into a porcupine or something. Or no. Based on the claws, I think he goes from porcupine, not porcupine. He goes from armadillo to echidna, I think. He looks like it. If I remember correctly, echidnas actually have claws on them. What are you doing?
I'm looking up to see if he's technically considered... Oh, he's considered a mouse Pokemon, too.
Well, he's just like a rodent. I don't think it actually says like what he truly is.
Maybe they say something about what he's based off of in the trivia.
I still think he's an echidna.
Slamshrew shares... not an echidna. Oh, well, yeah. It draws from hedgehogs, porcupines, and echidnas due to coloration, having spikes instead of scales.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Sandshrew has poisonous claws, that's why he can use Poison Sting.
oh, is that what his Pokedex entry says? Oh. Oh, he's not actually a poison type.
No.
Shooter? Does that mean he can learn Poison Claw?
Oh.
I forget, because I actually haven't really used this Sandshrew or Sandslash in like years.
Sandslash can use Poison Jab.
Hmm.
Poison Sting. Poison Sting.
That's odd. Wow. You know, I never really have a Pokemon that has hidden power, because hidden power is just like so like you don't really know what you're gonna get.
Well, it's good for competitive play if you know what you're doing and how to get it. But for like normal game purposes, no. Because you can change the type of hidden power. Not really change it, but...
Why not? Well, that's why isn't if I remember correctly, hidden power is the only attack in the game where the type just shows a question mark. Because even the game's not sure what it is.
Well, same with Curse.
Oh yeah, I always thought that was a ghost type move or a dark type move.
Oh, unless they changed it. I thought it was always,
Well, because I know a lot of ghost types like to use curse. I know I had a Haunter that I think had it. I think Duskull had it before. I think Miss Dravius had it too. Can't remember. It was mostly like a ghost type thing. I'm pretty sure dark types can use it.
what is... Non-damaging ghost type move. Okay, so before Generation 5, it was, question mark type, no.
What, hidden power?
No, Curse. They
Is it
changed
ghost?
it to ghost type, though.
Ah, yeah, so I was right.
The question type move only exists in Gen 2, 3, and 4. It was removed in Gen 5.
Oh. Oh, the question mark thing is complete. Go on now.
Yeah. Because Curse was a question mark type move. Eggs were question type in Gen 3. Weather
Yeah.
Ball.
Because the game's not sure what it is.
Weather Ball changes to a question type move under Shadow Sky. Yeah. They haven't brought it back.
Oh.
We're on the third fight already?
Did he just use,
Mm-hmm.
huh? What happened?
Nothing.
I never actually ever found anything like weaker than like. I love that. Use fly. Oh, is it supposed to be flying? He's just standing perched on midair.
Yep. Because they don't change their model when they're up in the air.
That's because like as in Pokemon 6, their model completely disappears because it was right in the air.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. I think that's my favorite thing
Outside
about
works.
Colosseum is when you teach something fly and it flies and it's got this bizarre positioning when it actually shows it again.
My plan was to use Umbreon to paralyze that Pokemon.
Well, your Umbreon looks like the one who's poison or not poison, paralyzed.
Well, yeah, but it is, it's whatever. It's
What
ability.
do you think about
Magic bounce.
I don't know.
Not Magic Bounce. It's
The
Synchro.
Oh, synchronized.
It's synchronized, and so basically, if it gets a status effect, it can transfer that back also to that Pokemon. So,
I think the health equivalent, at least in terms of like dying or something, is no. That's something else I'm thinking of. Wait, no. Synchronized can actually make a Pokemon faint if you faint, right?
no,
Or is that another move I'm thinking of?
it's only with status effects. Are you talking about like Dispot? Like,
Oh, I can't remember now.
Are you talking about Destiny Bond?
Yeah.
Destiny Bond, that's it.
okay, because synchronize isn't a move; it's an ability.
Yeah, it's just like what was it? Like, it's just like how was it Shadow Tag that kept you from Could you still switch Pokemon with a Pokemon that has Shadow Tag?
No.
Okay. So it's like a permanent mean look. Or I think Trapinch had one too, except it was for anything that wasn't a flying type.
Arena Trap.
Yeah, that's it. If you didn't have a flying type out, you couldn't call it back because obviously ground doesn't work on flying. It's funny,
Pretty much half the Pokemon in that one route in X and Y.
which is all ground, so you can pretty much decimate them with any kind of flying type.
Beat this guy up.
What do you call it? I'm trying to think. Doesn't Trapinchman? It's there's the super unevolved form of Salamence. Too bad you can't really get a Salamence in this game. I don't think.
Not in this one. You get one in the next game.
Yeah. Well,
You can get a Flygon in this game.
one thing that's always annoyed me about like the older Pokemon games is that like you could get like a Bagon or something, but it was like so far into the game that by the time it did become like a Shogun or something, or Sheldon, I forgot which one it was, you probably already beaten Elite Four, and therefore you don't really have a need for Salamence.
You can't catch a Bagon until after you get Waterfall in Gen 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about more like some of the other games. It's just that because like what the Salamence like level like fucking 50 or so before it evolves, or something like that.
Okay.
Because I know like fucking, I've had I don't remember. I think it was Gen 2. I've had like a level 45 Dragonair before, and it still wasn't a Dragonite because I think that evolved around the 50s.
Because most Dragon Pokemon take forever to evolve because they're super strong when they reach their final evolution now.
Well, except for Gyarados.
Gyarados?
Yeah, Magikarp Gyarados.
Dragon
That's like,
type.
huh?
Gyarados is Dragon type.
He isn't?
Gyarados?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he's not.
the water flying type that evolves from Magikarp.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting he's a fucking flying type for some reason. That just means he has a quadruple weakness to fucking electric.
They just Lance just uses him as a dragon Pokemon because
Well, because he's got a ton of dragon moves.
yeah.
Looks like a dragon. Close enough.
Ah,
Yes.
Ampharos is just kind of there. Don't even ask about Ampharos.
Why not? I mean, fucking not about Ampharos, but like Gyarados looks like a serpent, which that's pretty much what he is. But fucking Dragonair is a serpent, so is Dratini, and they're still dragons. If anything, if I had like a Dratini or a Dragonair, they were mostly like my water type because they could use like surf and shit, and they could also use some water type moves. And because at the time, nothing except for another dragon or an ice type, which is rarely ever used, was effective to it, I could usually go in a battle with a Dragonair with no ill effects. Especially since until it became a Dragonite, it always had the ability to shed skin. So if I suffered some sort of status effect, within a few turns it would use its shed skin ability to get rid of it completely. So Dragonair was always like a Pokemon I sometimes led a battle with because its immunity to status effects and the fact that nothing was really super effective against it. Up until Fairy was introduced, now I had to be a little bit more cautious about that.
that's why I get everything fairy.
That's the only disappointing thing about well, I actually tried the inverse battle. That's so weird, but that ultimately means that dragons are back at the top again because, like I said, hardly anybody uses ice types, and that means that dragons are super effective against fairies. And dragons have always been effective against other dragons, so there's really no inverse for that. That was still weird though, because I had to actually think about what I wanted to use. Because it's like,
Oh,
okay,
watch this shit.
oh, what the what?
Present,
What?
present,
Oh.
present working in my favor.
He was he was trained by Hercule.
It always hurts after that, but I like that. It worked for once.
Ugh, Magnemite. Too bad you don't have a fire type.
Even if I did, well, no, Quava actually knows Flame Wheel. Never mind.
No, I'll be honest. Like, I know, like, I mean, Aggron and them might be like good Pokemon or whatever. I don't know because I don't really use them that much. But honestly, I don't really see too many useful Steel types, at least in my opinion. And because Steel types are very weak to the very type I like to use a lot, they tend to get killed pretty quickly. I just know I had with the one of the Elite Four members that was all fucking Steel type, especially a Scizor who was a Bug Steel type, which was even worse. I think I one-shotted his entire team with the same Pokemon.
GG.
But like I said, his real mistake was his fucking his Scizor, because he's got a quadruple weakness to fire compared to everything else that only had a regular weakness to fire. I think he also had a. I'm trying to remember because he's technically a Steel type, but he's also a Fighting type. Did he have Lucario?
Which
Uh, Mr. I look like a knight with a starfish on my head.
this is Gen 6.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I don't think so, actually. It was like Aegislash.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Klefki.
Yeah.
Hold on.
He had so many, and I know one of them was Scizor because he had the worst weakness ever.
Pokemon X and Y, Elite Four. We're not ending the recording until I figure this out.
okay.
Okay, his name is Wickstrom,
Oh,
because he's a fuck.
yeah.
And it was Probopass.
Ah, that's okay.
Well, like, subscribe, comment. Don't wait for the next video to come out, which is partially filmed.